With the notable exception of strict liability claims, all crimes require proof of mens rea, or a guilty state of mind. The Utah Supreme Court considered what mental state was required for attempted murder in the 2003 case, State v. Casey. In early 1999, Michael Casey was romantically entangled with Tresa Franz. Sometime in April, Casey and his friend, Terron Allred, went to Franz's house, where they all drank alcohol together. Then Casey drove them to a liquor store, and Franz got a bottle of rum. Franz and Allred each took a sip or so, but Casey drank most of the bottle himself, becoming confrontational and getting into an argument with Franz. When Franz asked Casey to take her home, he sneered at her and threatened to kill her. Then Casey drove them to another friend's house, where he and Franz started arguing again. When Franz asked to go home for the second time, Casey cussed at her, declared, quote, "I'm going to take you home, all right," unquote, and pointed a gun at her head. Casey pulled the trigger, but the gun misfired. Afterward, Casey successfully fired the gun at Franz's feet before pointing it back at her head. This time, Franz swatted the gun away and jumped out of the car, just as Casey fired one last shot. Subsequently, Casey was charged with attempted murder in Utah State Court. The trial court ultimately instructed the jury that attempted murder could be committed intentionally or knowingly. Simply put, intentional conduct involves a conscious desire to do something, whereas knowing conduct involves an awareness that something will likely happen. The jury convicted Casey as charged. He appealed to the Utah Supreme Court, maintaining that the trial court committed reversible error in its jury instructions because an attempted murder conviction required proof that he acted intentionally. Proof that he acted knowingly was insufficient.